happening right now, and I would just like to take this moment to say, I told you so, and I hope you feel really stupid right now.
Ugh, I just hate to say it. I hate to say I told you so. I would never want to be that guy to go and say that I was right and that all the people who got mad at me were wrong and delulu. Oh, wait, I'm happy to be that. Buckle up because I'm going to be that guy today. Y'all, I want to just chat with you because I am right, as often is the case. Sometimes I'm wrong, but when I'm right, I'm right. The Supreme Court has declined to review the gay marriage challenge that was brought by Kim Davis. And the reason I'm talking about this and making an update about this is I pushed back on a lot of the panic about this. And I said, no, just because some random person files a cert petition does not mean the Supreme Court's about to hear this and this is going to happen. They never even agreed to hear the case. They get thousands and thousands of requests per year. And yes, they do consider them. But until they took the case, there was never any reason to be concerned that they were about to overturn Obergefell, the Supreme Court case from 2015 that legalized gay marriage nationwide. Now, because I pushed back on this and because I questioned this narrative, I was like extremely ridiculed and attacked across social media by progressive types who have no idea how anything works, who don't know how the Supreme Court works, don't know what a cert petition is, and just saw headline Supreme Court to consider gay marriage challenge and didn't even understand that what that meant was not that gay marriage is up for a debate again at the Supreme Court, but just that somebody had filed a request. Will you hear this case? As happens thousands of times. But I actually know how these things work. I actually have studied this stuff, and I actually understand basic civics. And so I pushed back on this. And when I tell y'all that very few posts of mine on social media, recently at least, have gotten me so heavily dunked upon and ridiculed as that one, I mean it. But who was right? Is the person who's right in the room with us? Oh, that's me. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but it is true. And I'll show you guys one of the videos that was made about me by a TikToker with like 13 million followers. It was saying how stupid I am for not thinking this was a thing and not happening. Oh, yeah, take a look. Oh, yeah, well, checking back in here. Wanted to check in on this one. Let's look.
This is happening right now, and I would just like to take this moment to say, I told you so, and I hope you feel really stupid right now. Was I too political? My bad. I just want to be able to marry my girlfriend one day.
Babe, nobody is coming after gay marriage. It's been enshrined into federal law.
Babe, is that so? Because last time I checked, people are coming for gay marriage, and the Supreme Court is listening and taking into consideration the same Supreme Court that is 6-3 conservative, because 3 out of the 6 of the conservative members of the Supreme Court were appointed by Donald Trump. I just want to be able to marry my girlfriend one day.
Trump literally does not care if gay people marry each other.
Okay, you can say he doesn't, but the administration he's setting up does very much care. Exhibit A. And for all the people in the community that thought this isn't going to affect me, for all the people that are not in the community, who have people that you love in the community that thought this isn't going to affect me, you're selfish. For the record, we still do have the right to gay marriage, and I pray that never gets taken away. But I think the fact that it's even a consideration by the Supreme Court is insane, especially in 2025 when there are so many things wrong with this world that need to be figured out. Gay marriage is not one of them. A man marrying a man and a woman marrying a woman is not and should never be one of them.
She really thought she ate. She really thought she did her big one because we all called out her fear-mongering and she got mad and she said, no, look, this is totally happening for sure. Don't you feel stupid now? No, we don't, in fact, feel stupid. Because we knew how this works. We knew that because some random person filed a cert petition to the Supreme Court did not in fact mean they were going to take the case, because they take only a very tiny percentage of cert petitions. And then funnily enough, in that original video, she never even addressed my point in the original video, which was that even if the Supreme Court were to take the case, which they didn't, and then you'd have to see what way do they rule, because they could also take it and affirm it, but say that they did take it and overturn Obergefell, then, what would happen then? Well, because of the Respect for Marriage Act, passed under President Biden and with some Republican support, you would still be able to access gay marriage in all 50 states, even if Obergefell were overturned. So spare me. These people have no idea how anything works, yet they fix their mouth to go scold and lecture us on the internet. I just find it diabolical, and the level of fear-mongering and panic and alarmism across social media that you've seen about this gay marriage case when nothing of significance ever happened. Some random person filing a cert petition about a case is not a meaningful development. You could have portrayed this story. Supreme Court to considering this. You could literally write that headline about thousands of different crazy things every year, but no one does. But this time, because it was gay marriage and they want to go, oh, get scared, get worked up, look how bad Republicans are, they did that. And it's totally imploded. This is exactly what I said all along would happen. And I'm sorry, but I'm just sick of the alarmism and doomsday rhetoric from progressives and them never being held to account for it when their predictions don't come true. They just move on to the next doomsday story, and it's not helpful. It takes the political temperature up to a 10 out of 10. It gets people at each other's throats. Think about this. I have seen so many social media things about people like cutting off their parents because they voted for Trump or supported Trump, and then somehow connecting that to gay marriage being under attack, which was never a thing, which was not happening. But because people like this spread this narrative across the world and across the internet, people literally ended their family relationships over this kind of thing that was never actually happening. And I should be so clear and so serious when I say that there's lots of stuff that actually is happening that isn't great. And we can talk about and debate, we can get upset about, but it actually dilutes and weakens your position and your ability to be able to raise those points or those concerns when you are constantly crying wolf. And there is not, in fact, a wolf, because one of these days, and some of these days, there has been an actual wolf rolling up. But you're going to yell, wolf, 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 and no one is going to come running because, y'all, it's the worst possible combination of ignorance and confidence that they have making these bold proclamations. It almost reminds me of when net neutrality being repealed was going to destroy the internet as we know it, and then literally nothing changed or happened. All the people who made those predictions just moved on to the next one. Never apologized, never reconciled with it. And I mean, you have this with like right-wing content creators too. The number of people that said Trump's strikes in Iran would start World War III and then it just didn't. We have to reinstitute some sort of accountability for like factual accuracy, for correctness, for the pundit epidemic, for the political commentator, the influencers cosplaying as journalists and activists, because we can't just keep allowing them to say untrue things, get everyone worked up, cause all this division and panic, and then it never comes to fruition, and we just forget about it and move on and listen to them again the next time. Is there ever going to be accountability for some of this stuff, or are they just going to keep lying, scaring people, getting us all worked up, getting us at each other's throats for no reason? Probably more of that, unfortunately, because that's the way things are now. But I, for one, am glad that the Supreme Court's not taking up this case. Obergefell, just let it be. Gay marriage is not hurting anyone and frankly is important to a lot of people. But there was never any reason to believe that it was about to overturn it. Yet that was the narrative put so widespread across mainstream media and social media, and so many people were concerned for no reason at all. So as sassy as I'm being and like I told you so and I was right, I really wish this whole thing hadn't had to happen because so much emotional and mental focus and energy was placed onto this for literally no reason at all. Other than that, though, y'all are doing amazing. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Just wanted to chat with y'all and update you on this real quick. That'll be it for this video, though. Do make sure to subscribe, like, consider becoming a channel member to support my work, and we'll talk again real soon.